Okay, so we're going to use the example that I just started that you saw, even though we haven't quite qualified it yet. So let's go ahead and click on this 613 West 33rd Street in Baltimore. And again, this is in the first app. This is in the lead workspace in the lead funnel app. And let's just say that we got a hold of these people and yes, they called back and they said that they want to sell. That means at this point, it's not just a random lead somewhere. We've had some reciprocation from the person. So we're going to go ahead and qualify it in the lead funnel. So what that's going to do is you'll see a new thing popped up, and it's going, if we go back out to leads and we go to the master leads now into the next step, we're going to see that this lead has moved here. Because let's say that Ruby called back and she said that they're selling because they just don't want it anymore, that it's a 3-bed, 2-bath, vacant house that's not listed. They want to sell as soon as possible. No mortgage, and they want 100,000 for it. Call them for access. Say you looked up the square feet, it's 1,000 square feet. You run the comps. Okay. So this section, the master lead sheet, is pretty much the bulk of what you were doing in your main app in the other workspace. Once so the lead funnel just kind of catches any and everything. So once we start doing the new campaigns and new phone calls start coming in, if there are hang up phone calls, they're going to go into the lead funnel. But if they leave a message with some details about the property saying they want to sell, you would go ahead and qualify that in the lead funnel qualification and know that all of these in the master lead sheets are the active houses that we're working with. Once you put the comps link in here, just like before, I will be notified, and then Terry and I will decide if we're moving forward with this or not. So some of these fields will have to change, but for now we're in pretty good shape. So again, you do everything normal. Once you get to the comps link, then I'm notified. If it's a property that we're going to offer on, then we kind of take it from here. So I would qualify this once we send the offer. That's the difference between the master leads and the prospects. Once we go into prospects, you hear my phone beeping away, that means that we've put an offer on the property. So all of the information from the previous apps, I don't know why they did that 3 times. All of the information from the previous apps is still on here, but then what we'll do now is, because once we're past the master lead status, now here, okay, let's say oops. Let's say I submitted the contract today and said they wanted 100. Let's say I offered them 80 for it, and just geez. Okay, say I offered them 80 for it. I'll say, contract submitted to 24 at noon, countered. We were countered at, let's say they wanted to do 85. We're like, okay, great. If we accepted it, once once we accept it, then I qualify it in the prospects lead or in the prospects app, and it's going to then move this lead over to the under contract app. And so what we do here then, and again, Terry and I will be taking care of this. You don't have to worry about this so much for now. We'd put, okay, the contract price, we got it for $85,000. We gave them $1,000 deposit. The start date was today. If we did a 10-day inspection, we'd count out to here. We usually do the contracts for 30 days. We'd use our title company, which is Clearview Settlement Solutions. And right now, the contract end date and the close date would be the same date. This is in progress until it's closed. If this is a property that we want to renovate, we'll just hold on to it. If it's a property that we get and we have too many projects going on, or we have a buyer, we tack an amount onto it and then sell it. So let's say we assign this to somebody else, so we'd make $5,000. They'd get the contract, and then once March 24th comes around, we just hit closed. And let me see. And once we hit closed, okay, you'll see in here, it's showing that we don't have any properties under contract, because what I did is that I hid all of the ones that are not active. So if it's marked as closed, it's not going to show up. Same thing in the lead funnel. What we can't do is, if we delete the information as we go through, then we won't have it in the future apps. So again, what I set up is right now I have all of these tests in the lead funnel, but since all of these have been qualified, you'll see they're, if we go in to them, I qualified them in the lead funnel, or at least I should have. I'll have to look at that. And that's why they're hidden, because we only want to see the properties that that we're working with. You're going to have enough to juggle once everything's in there. So in the master leads, same thing. It's only showing us 2, but there are 4 test ones in there right now. But because I qualified them, then they're not showing up in there, which is what we want. We don't want them to show up we don't want them to show up if we've moved them into the next step. We want each property to just be accounted for in one of these apps. Okay, so again, you for now are just responsible for the leads up to the master lead status, and you don't have to worry about qualifying them or not. We will do that. So you kind of just bring it up to where the comps links are. We'll add photos and all that good stuff. So I think that's it for this new piece. So let me know if you have any questions, and we'll try to start working with this this week. Thanks.